So I'm just waiting around for my ride. My dad to come and pick me up so we can start the tasks and the assistance up in LA. Um, and I just decided to record this, and because the longer that it takes just to get up into LA, the longer it's gonna take to do all the stuff and then come back here. So I don't know what my energy levels are gonna be like later, so might as well just record this now. In the meantime, while I am waiting for the ride to get here, I decided to open up my um, 3D printer cut program, and I'm waiting for it to load because I kind of want to show what the preview would look like. But I was messing around with that earlier today just to kind of like key in certain settings that I might want to try and consider. So there's one that has better supports, but it uses up more filament. And then there's another one that uses up considerably less filament, but the supports are kind of iffy. Well, not really iffy, but just like the beginning 10 layers are kind of iffy. Because the way that the mask sits and how it's designed at the fringe over, in the jawline, it starts off relatively thin and spindly, and then it just gets thicker as it goes up. So the first 10 layers are kind of nerve-wracking. In theory, I could start the print today, go off, do the stuff in LA, and then come back. But again, this is one of those things that for the amount of filament that it wants, I would want to babysit it for at least the first 25 layers, just to make sure that there's no error that happens. And then if I go off to LA, it just goes for the next, 3 hours and just creates a spaghetti machine. I don't want that. So, but yeah, I think I have a few options for settings that maybe tomorrow I'll decide on one and we'll actually start that project. And then, after I did all that, and that's on the little text document, after I did all that, I opened up Unreal Engine. I saw that there was a new sample that they produced that was all about animation, so locomotion animation. So how your game character runs forward, how it vaults over a wall, how it might climb up a wall, how it just gets over certain obstacles like that. And so I decided, all right, well, let's download that and just have that be so that when I come back from all the craziness in LA, then I can come back and mess with that. The time just sort of kept going, and I was like, well, let's just open it. And then after I messed around with that a little bit, I decided, you know what? I moved some stuff around in my hard drives, so I might actually have enough room now for Unreal Engine to not yell at me for when I want to test out this one sample that I've had, but have never been able to load because I would run out of space, which is City Sample. Now, the reason why I would run out of space is because for some reason the vault cache is by default associated to the C drive, which I don't know if there's a computer out there that has a C drive that's like terabytes worth of space. But I found a way to relocate that to one of my heavier duty hard drives. So now there's no reason for Unreal Engine to yell at me. Its cache is going to a almost bottomless pit. The file itself is going to something that I know has multiple terabytes worth of space, and it's going. Even right now, it's at 48 gigs and climbing. I mean, we're still a long way off from it being done. But this is literally the farthest I've ever gotten with even just loading this sample. Because, again, before, my C drive is a weak little baby. And so just attempting to click on the button, Unreal Engine was like, you do not have enough space to do this. So, yeah, that's about all I'm doing. I'm just watching loading bars fill up and just getting worried about how the rest of the evening is going to go. So that's about it. Besides just these little preliminary ways to fill time, I'm just waiting around today.